Very good afternoon, all of you. Hope you all are doing good. May blessings be upon you all. Welcome to Commerce second year class. Yesterday, we started doing problems on retirement of a partner. Prior to that, we did admission of a partner and then retirement of partner. Okay, admission of a partner or retirement of partner is expected for 20 marks. Okay, so as I said, yesterday we did two problems. We'll continue with the problems on retirement today. Okay, so be ready with the textbooks, guys. Let us take up question number 5. Page number 302. We'll take question number 5. Okay. As you are aware, by this time, we prepare what? We start with revaluation account. We prepare cash account, goodwill account. Then we prepare partners capital account. Then retiring partners loan account. And then the balance sheet. And cash account will prepare only if there is any change in the cash balance. That is, because of retirement, if there is any inflow or outflow of cash or bank balance, then only we'll prepare cash account. Otherwise, we skip cash account. Okay. So moving forward, let us take question number 5. Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:2:1, respectively. Their balance sheet is given. And what are the additional information? See, Saraswati is retiring from the firm. And then the following adjustments are to be met. Depreciate machinery by 10%, furniture by 15%. Stock is to be appreciated by 20%. Buildings are to be appreciated by 10%. And goodwill of the firm is valued at 36,000. In case of retirement, we have only two treatments for goodwill. One is where goodwill is valued. And the second one is goodwill is valued or goodwill is raised and then written off. When goodwill is valued or when goodwill is raised, goodwill amount will appear in the balance sheet because there will be a balance in goodwill account. Goodwill account will show debit balance. As such, goodwill amount will appear in the balance sheet when goodwill is valued. But if you do not want to show the value of goodwill, the amount of goodwill in balance sheet, what we do is we write off the goodwill. Okay, so we haven't done any problem on that yet, but maybe further we'll be doing problems even on that method. But as of now, question number 5, let us begin with what? We'll begin with revaluation account. Okay. So revaluation account. Revaluation account. Revaluation account is a nominal account. All the losses because of revaluation of assets and liabilities are debited, and all the gains because of revaluation are credited. Right? So what is the first adjustment? Depreciate machinery by 10%. If you see in the balance sheet, machinery is given as 70,000. So 70%, 10% would be 7,000 to machinery. Right? Then furniture is to be depreciated by 15%. Furniture is given as 16,000. Furniture is given as 16,000. On 16,000, 15% would be 2,400. How? 16,000 into 15 by 100. That would come to 2,400. Okay. Then stock is appreciated. Appreciation will result in gain. So that will take on the credit side. Stock is appreciated by 20%. What is the book value of stock? 50,000. On 50,000, if you take 20%, it is 10,000. Next, building is appreciated by 10%. The value of building given in balance sheet is 90,000 and it is to be appreciated by 10%. 10% of 90,000 would be 9,000. Anything else? Nothing. So let us close this. Let us close revaluation account. See what is the balancing figure? 9,400 on the credit side. So we have 9,600 as our revaluation profit. 9,600 as our revaluation profit, which is to be distributed between Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati, who are the old partners, sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3:2:1. Okay, sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2:1. So what is the profit amount? Profit amount is rupees 9,600. It is to be distributed between Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati in the ratio 3:2:1. What ratio? 3:2:1. That is 3/6, 2/6, and 1/6. Isn't it? 3:2:1 means 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. So Ganga would get 9,600 into 3/6, that is 4,800. Jamuna, or it is Yamuna, I think. Yeah, Yamuna. Why? Yamuna would get 9,600 into 2/6. Okay, that would be 2 1 3 3,200, and Saraswati would get 9,600 into 1/6. That is 6 1 6, 6 6 36. Right? This is how Ganga will get 4,800, Jamuna will get 3,200, Saraswati will get 16. Is it clear? Okay. Then, do we have to prepare cash account? Then the answer is no, we don't have to, because there is no effect on the cash balance. So now let us directly prepare what? Let us directly prepare goodwill account. Okay. What am I preparing? I am preparing goodwill account. Goodwill is valued at. Goodwill is valued at. Okay. So it will show credit balance, particulars amount. What is the value of goodwill given? Goodwill is valued at 36,000. See, goodwill is given as rupees 36,000, which is to be distributed to Ganga in the ratio 3:2:1. So Ganga will get 18,000. Yamuna will get 36,000 into 2/6. 1 3 12,000. And Saraswati will get 36,000 into 1/6, that is 6,000. Hope this is understood, right? How did I distribute it? I have distributed it in the ratio 3:2:1. Okay, so here we have to credit each partner with the amount I have shown. Ganga will get 18,000. Yamuna will get 12,000, and Saraswati will get 6,000. Now that the goodwill is valued, whenever goodwill is valued or raised, right? Goodwill will always show debit balance in that case. Whenever goodwill is valued or raised, goodwill will show debit balance. So that balance we have to show in balance sheet by balance carried down 36,000 we have to show in the balance sheet. So we have to write to balance brought down 36,000. Okay, so 36,000 goodwill is showing debit balance. This will appear in the balance sheet. Okay, so we have prepared revaluation account. We have prepared goodwill account. Now let us go to the next step of preparing what? Partners capital account. So I am preparing partners capital account. Okay. Done. Ganga, Yamuna. This won't be sufficient. Yamuna. This is Saraswati. Similarly, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. This is credit. This is debit. Partners capital account. Okay. So, as I said, always I say no, whenever we are preparing partners capital account, we get 4 items on the credit side. Usually, we get 4 items on the credit side. What are the 4 items? Capital, goodwill, accumulated profits, and then revaluation profit. And if it is a revaluation loss, we take it on the debit side. If it is the accumulated loss, we take it on the debit side. So let us see here, what are the capitals? The capitals of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati are 80, 60 and 50. 80, 60 and 50. These are the capital balances of all the partners. 80, 60 and 50 by balance brought down. These are the balances of all the partners. Okay. Then goodwill. Then goodwill. We have prepared goodwill account, no? We have prepared goodwill account where the value of goodwill was 36,000. Value of goodwill was 36,000. In the last slide, we did 18,000, 12,000, 6,000. This is how we have credited. So the same thing, 18,000 will go to Ganga, 12,000 will go to Yamuna, 6,000 will go to Saraswati. Then look for any accumulated profit if it is there. Yes, general reserve is there. General reserve is given as 24,000. So even the general reserve has to be distributed among the partners. What is the amount? 24,000. In what ratio? What ratio? 3 is to 2 is to 1. 3 is to 2 is to 1. General reserve is to be distributed. So 3 by 6, it will be 12,000. 2 by 6. Okay. 2 by 6, it would be 6, 8,000 and then 4,000. Okay. So 24,000 into 3 by 6, 24,000 into 2 by 6, 24,000 into 1 by 6. Then lastly, we have to take the revaluation profit. What is the revaluation profit we got? We prepared revaluation account, we got 9,600, which was distributed as 4,800, 3,200 and 1,600. Okay. 4,800, 3,200, 1,600. Anything to be debited? No. Okay. So now let us close the capital accounts. Now remember, when in case of retirement, whenever we are closing, we will first close the account of retiring partner. Why do we do that? Because he is about to leave the firm and whatever amount is due to him, either we pay immediately to him or we have to transfer that amount to a separate account called as loan account. So in this case, Saraswati is retiring. Okay, Saraswati is retiring, and what is the amount due? Total amount due to Saraswati by the firm is 61,600. So this 61,600 we have to transfer to a separate account called as Saraswati loan account. If it is paid immediately, we don't have to transfer it to loan account. But if it is not paid, it has to be transferred to loan account. Now, again, this 61,600 has to be shown as a liability in the balance sheet. Sir, why are we showing it as a liability? Because we did not make the payment. When it is not made, when it is not met, it stands as obligation to the firm. It stands as a liability of the firm. So this liability, 61,600, has to be shown separately in the balance sheet of the new firm. Till it is paid, it has to be shown as a liability. And then what about the other partners? Close it, 80, 98, 1,14,800. This is the total. Then 83,200. This is it. So to balance carried down 1,14,800 and 83,200. 1,14,800, 83,200. So when we show the balance of capitals, we will show only Ganga's capital and Yamuna's capital. We will not show Saraswati's capital because Saraswati's capital has been transferred to a separate account called as Saraswati's loan account. For that, we write a simple entry, Saraswati's capital account debit to Saraswati loan account. This is a general entry we write and we transfer the amount to her loan account. And we, of course, have to prepare a loan account also, a ledger for Saraswati's loan account. So that I'll do here. It is only a very simple ledger with one entry. So I'm taking it here. What is this I'm preparing? It is Saraswati loan account. Saraswati loan account. By Saraswati's capital account. Where are we transferring it from? Saraswati's capital account, 61,600. And since the amount is not paid, it will show a credit balance. Saraswati's loan account will show a credit balance. So as such, it will appear in the balance sheet on the liability side. Very simple. If any ledger is showing a debit balance, it will appear on the asset side. And if any ledger is showing credit balance, it will appear on the, if it is debit balance, it will appear on the asset side. If it is a credit balance, it will appear on the liability side. Now let us take the last step. What is the last step? It is balance sheet. Okay, so we are preparing balance sheet. Okay. Balance sheet of the new firm. What is the new firm? New firm is minus Saraswati. Balance sheet of the new firm. Balance sheet of the new firm as on. What is the date of retirement given? Any date? Yeah, 31st March 2019. 31st March 2019. This is amount column, assets, amount column, liability. Okay. Remember, I always tell you, no, whenever we are preparing a balance sheet, it has to be prepared in the same sequence as given in the question, right? So in the question, if you see, what is the first item? It is bank. Bank is given as 12,000. So let us take bank balance There is no change, no? Let us take it as it is 12,000. Then we have debtors. On debtors, there is no change. On debtors, there is no provision. So let us take debtors as it is 24,000. Debtors are 24,000. Then we have stock. Stock is given as 50,000, but stock was appreciated by 20%. So what I'll do, I'll take stock as 50,000, but as it is appreciated by 20%, the 10,000 I will add and I'll take 60,000 as the value of stock now. Then we have furniture. Furniture is 16,000. Furniture is 16,000. It is depreciated by 15%. Furniture is given as 16,000 and it is depreciated by 15%. The amount is 2,400. Deduct it. 13,600. Then machinery is 70,000 and that is also depreciated by 10%. Machinery is 70,000 depreciated at 10%, 7,000. So we have 63,000 in machinery account. Then buildings, 90,000 appreciated by 10%. Buildings, 90,000 appreciated by 10%. That is 9,000. So it will be 99,000. And lastly, what we will take, if you remember, tell me what I have to take. I have to take goodwill, because when goodwill is valued, it will show a debit balance. It has to be shown on the asset side. Whenever goodwill is valued or raised or created, goodwill will show a debit balance. It will not get closed. As such, it has to be shown on the asset side. Then on the liability side, we have creditors and bills payable. We have creditors 38,000. We have bills payable 10,000. Creditors 38,000. Bills payable 11,000. General reserve we will not take. General reserve will not take. We'll take capital of Ganga and Yamuna. Capital of Ganga and Yamuna. Capitals are, what are the capitals? We have prepared the capital accounts now. We got 1,14,800. 1,14,800. And I think it is 83,200. 83,200. Then Z. We are not writing Z. Capital account. Saraswati's capital account. We'll write Saraswati's loan account, and that is 61,600. Saraswati's loan account is 61,600. This is 10,000. Right? Now let us close the balance sheet. Let us see if it tallies. See the total, guys. See the total on asset side and liability side. $48. 108, 109, 219, 223, 223, 3076. Yeah, 3076. 3,07,600. This is the total of balance sheet on both the asset side and liabilities. Okay. So we are done with one question. Then we'll see what is the next question. Next question we have Kamala, Amala and Vimala sharing profit and losses in the ratio 5:3:2 respectively. Balance sheet is given. And we have P&L debit balance here. See, P&L is given. P&L balance is given on the liability side. It is a accumulated profit. We credit it to old partners. If P&L is given on the liability side, it is accumulated profit and it is credited to all partners. Let us say in case of admission, it is credited to all partners. And if the P&L balance is given on the asset side, then it is a accumulated loss and it has to be debited to all parties. It has to be debited to all parties. Okay. So in this case, he gave accumulated loss. P&L debit balance is given, shown on the asset side. It is to be debited to all partners. Okay. So we'll take question number 6 now. Question number 6. So let us do the same way. We'll prepare revaluation account. We'll prepare revaluation account. We'll prepare cash account if required. Then we are doing question number 6. Okay, so what are the things given? You see, on the above date, Kamala, Amla, Vimla are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 5:3:2. On the above date, Vimla retired, appreciate machinery by 20%, provide for bad debts 5%, stock is depreciated by 6%, goodwill is valued at 20,000, amount payable to Vimla transferred to our loan account. See, he very specifically gave here as a fifth adjustment, saying that amount payable to Vimla is to be transferred to Vimla's loan account. Even if it doesn't say that, we were doing the same thing. No, if the amount payable to the outgoing partner is not paid immediately, we simply transfer it to the person's loan account, isn't it? So we don't need any specification for that. Well, he gave it as an adjustment. Okay, we'll consider. But even if it is not given, we give the same treatment. Okay. So as I told, let us begin with revaluation account. Revaluation account. Particulars amount, revaluation account is a nominal account. All the losses because of revaluation of assets and liabilities on the debit side and all the gains because of revaluation of assets and liabilities on the credit side. Appreciate machinery by 20%. The value of machinery is given as 20,000. The value of machinery in the balance sheet is given as 20,000 and is asking us to appreciate it at 20%. That would amount to 4,000. Then provision for bad debts, 5% on debtors. Debtors are 60,000. 5% of that would be 6,000. 2. Provision for bad debts. 5% on what is the debtor? Debtors are given as 60,000. 60,000, 5% would be 3,000. Then stock is depreciated by 6,000. He gave the amount. So let us directly take 6,000 stock decrease, right? So 3 plus 6, 9,000 on the debit side. 3 plus 6, 9,000 on the debit side. What else is given? Appreciate machinery by 20%. So machinery is given as 20%. 20%, this is 4,000. Provide for bad debt 5%. Debtors are 60,000. 5% would be 3,000. Stock 52 is given and stock is depreciated by 6,000. So 6,000. Are we missing on something? Debtors, stock, furniture. little adjustment I do. Appreciate machinery by 20% and furniture by 20% I'll take. Or else we are not getting this figure. The one which is given in the textbook, we are not getting that figure. So I'll appreciate furniture by 20% and machinery also by 20%. So furniture, 20% of it would be 5,000. By furniture, I am taking 5,000, right? This is the correction I did. Appreciate machinery and furniture by 20%. This is how I am doing it. So if you see on both the debit and credit side, we have 9,000 and 9,000. So as a result, there is no profit or loss on revaluation. There is no profit or loss on revaluation. Okay. Then what is the next step? It is goodwill account. What is the value of goodwill given? 20,000. Okay, goodwill is given as 20,000. Goodwill when valued will always show a debit balance. When goodwill is raised or created, it will always show a debit balance, right? So what is the amount given? 20,000. And what is the ratio? 5:3:2. So how do we distribute goodwill? The amount of goodwill given is how much? 20,000. Amount of goodwill is 20,000 and the profit sharing ratio is 5:3:2. 5:3:2. And who are the partners? Partners are like Kamala, Amala, and Vimala. Kamala will get 20,000 into 5/10. 5:3:2. 5/10, 3/10, 2/10. So how much it is? 10,000. Kamala will get 10,000. Kamala, and we have Amala. Amala will get 3/10. That is 6,000. And Vimala will get 4,000. Okay. So 5:3:2. Kamala, Amala, Vimala. So here I'll write to Kamala 10,000. To Amala 6,000. And to Vimala 4,000. And goodwill account will show a debit balance. Whenever goodwill is valued at, goodwill will show debit balance. And this debit balance we have to show on the asset side. Okay, it's a total. Yeah, this is how goodwill account will appear. Okay, goodwill is showing a debit balance which we have to show in the balance sheet. Right. Next, we have to prepare partners capital. Okay. Kamala, Amala, Vimala. Kamala, Amala, and Vimala. These are the three parts. Kamala, Amala, Vimala are the three parts. Okay. So, how many items will get on the credit side? Usually 4 items, right? What are those? This is our partners capital account. Partners capital account. What are the capitals given? 50, 40 and 30. The capitals of all the partners are given as by balance brought down 50, 40 and 30. 50, 40 and 30. Okay. Then second item is goodwill. Okay. We prepared goodwill account and we have credited them now. Goodwill. How much amount? I think it was 10,000, 6 and 4. 10,000, 6,000, 4,000. Then we have general reserve. General reserve is given as 12,000. 12,000 is to be distributed in the ratio 5:3:2. So 12,000 into 5 by 10 will be 6,000. 12,000 into 2 by 6 would be 2 by 6 would be 4,000, and 1 by 6 would be 1 by 10 would be 2,000. Let us check once. What is the amount given? 12,000 into 5 by 10. What is the ratio? 5:3:2 is the profit sharing ratio. So 5 by 10, this goes to Kamala. Kamala will get 12,000 into 3 by 10, and Vimla will get 12,000 into 2 by 10. So this is 6,000. Sorry, this is 3,600, and this is 2,400. Okay. So 1,600, 2,400. What else? Revaluation profit is not there because, as I told you, I did a little correction in the question. And then P&L debit balance is given as 5,000. P&L debit balance will appear on the debit side. P&L debit balance will appear on the debit side. The same way, profit and loss debit balance also we have to distribute in this ratio. So Kamala will get 2,500, 5,000 into 5 by 10, 5,000 into 3 by 10, that would be 1,500, and 5,000 into 2 by 10, that would be 1,000. Okay, let us check once. If I am distributing 10,000, not 10,000, is the value. It is P&L debit balance is 5,000. 5,000 into 5 by 10, 5,000 into 3 by 10, 5,000 into 2 by 10. Yeah, it is 2,500, 1,500 and 1,000. Okay, so next, now let us balance it. Anything left? Anything left? Capitals are there. Goodwill we have taken. General reserve is distributed. And P&L debit balance is debited. P&L accumulated loss is debited. Now, as I told you, always do balance first the outgoing partner's account. Who is the outgoing partner? It is Vimala. So let us close Vimala account first. 34 is 36,400, and here we have 1,000. So 36,400 minus 1,000, it is 35,400. This amount we will transfer to her loan account, to Vimala loan account. This is the outgoing partner. As the amount is not paid to her, we will show it as a loan amount payable to Vimala, and this will appear in the balance sheet also. Then let us see the rest of the partners who are continuing. 51, it is 66, it is 49,600. So 36,400, 66,000, 49,600. So 66 minus 2,500, it is 63,500. This is the closing balance of capital of the continuing partners. And for it is 48,001. That will write the balance as here. 2 by balance brought down 63,500, 48,001. This is how we arrived at the opening capital balances of the continuing partners. And the next step is we will prepare a balance sheet. We'll prepare the balance sheet of the new firm. Okay. We also have to prepare loan account, no? We also have to prepare loan account. That we'll do here. A very small loan account with only one entry we have. Okay. Whose loan account? Vimala's loan account. Vimala's loan account. By Vimala's capital account. What was the amount transferred to our loan account? We have checked here, no? Just now we prepared. What was the loan amount? Loan amount was 35,400. Okay. So we'll write 35,400 and then we will transfer and show this balance in the balance sheet. 35,400. Okay. So now the last step, and it is, of course, the balance sheet. Okay. Balance sheet of the new firm as on. Sorry. We don't write particulars, no? What do we write? Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Okay. So let us prepare it in the same sequence as given in the question. First is cash. What is the cash balance? 20,000. Cash balance is 20,000. No change, right? As it is. Then debtors. Debtors we have 60,000 and we have created a provision on debtors. Debtors are given as 60,000. We have created a provision of 5%. So while taking debtors, I'll take debtors 60,000 minus provision for bad debt 5%. 5% would be 3,000. So I'll take 57,000. Then stock. Stock is depreciated by 6,000. What is the book value given? Stock is given as 52,000. It is depreciated by 6,000. So I'll take 46,000. Then furniture. Furniture, I have appreciated. I made this correction. I have appreciated at 20%, 5,000. So now furniture will appear at 30,000. Machinery. Machinery is also appreciated by 20%. Machinery given in the balance sheet is 20. I have appreciated, we have appreciated it at 20%. That is 4,000. So machinery would be 24,000 now. Then profit and loss debit balance is distributed. So it will not appear. What is the last item? Yes, goodwill. What was the value of goodwill? What was the value of goodwill? It was 20,000. So take 20,000. So our asset side is done. Now let us take on the liability side. What are the items? Creditors. Trade creditors. Creditors are given as 26,000. So trade creditors 26,000. Bills payable 10,000. Bills payable 10,000. Then general reserve. General reserve we have already distributed, so we don't have to take. Then take the sorry. It's not bills payable. It is bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. It is 24,000. General reserve is already distributed. Take capitals now. What are the capitals given? Now, Vimala is retiring. So don't take her capital. Take capital of Kamala and Amala. And we have prepared their capital accounts. And the figures were 63,500 and 48,100. And Vimla was retiring. Her amount was transferred to a loan account. Vimla's loan account. And what was that amount? It was 35,400. 35,400. Now just do the total. See the total. See the total 26, 50, 85, 85, 86, 86, 89, 89, 97. 1,97,000 is the total. 1,97,000. 1,97,000 is the balance sheet total. Okay. So this is how we have completed our second question. Okay. Now, so we have done 2 to 3 problems on this method where goodwill is valued. What is one more method I said? One more method is when goodwill is raised and written off. When goodwill is raised and written off. In the last method, what we were doing, goodwill was valued at. When goodwill is valued at or raised, it will appear in the balance sheet. What if the goodwill is not to be shown in the balance sheet? Then what we have to do is we have to write it off. So what is the accounting treatment? The accounting treatment is goodwill account debited. Let us take, for example, our partners are XYZ. Our partners are XYZ. Then the entry would be goodwill account debit to X to Y to Z. Goodwill account debit to X to Y to Z. This is for raising the goodwill. Right? Goodwill raised. And suppose Y is retiring. Suppose Y is leaving the firm. And to write it off, we will pass this entry. X account debited. Z account debited to goodwill. This is for goodwill written off. Goodwill raised and goodwill written off. Okay. So we'll be taking problems on this method in tomorrow's class. Okay. So if it is only raised, if goodwill is only raised, as I told you, balance it will appear in balance sheet, and when it is raised and written off, it will not appear in the balance sheet. And goodwill is raised, it is done in old profit sharing ratio. When goodwill is raised, it is done in old profit sharing ratio, and when goodwill is written off, it is done in new profit sharing ratio. Okay, and it is debited only to the continuing partners. It is raised and credited to all partners of the firm, and when it is written off only to the continuing partners. Continuing part. Okay. So as I told you, hope you guys are following all these methods, right? Goodwill raised, goodwill written off. Again, from retirement, we expect only this first method where goodwill is raised. Okay. And the probability of you getting this admission and retirement, I told you, admission 95% plus, retirement 5% or less than 5%. And in this also, If you get, you'll get goodwill valued at method only. Return of method will not give, but then for practice, we'll definitely do it. Okay. So with this, I'll conclude today's class. We'll continue the second method in tomorrow's class. Okay. Good day. Take care. Bye. टाइम है आप कब निकलते